Hello students. In the previous video you have seen about the introduction of the time varying fields and the Maxwell equations. Now we'll see what is the concept is the Faraday's law. So Faraday's law is nothing but Faraday professed his belief that if a current could produce a magnetic field, then magnetic field should be able to produce a current. So his belief is what he can produce the if magnetic field is produced through a current, then you can tell that the magnetic field should be able to produce the through the current. Now the concept of this field was not able at that time, and Faraday's goal was to show that current would be produced by magnetism, right? So he worked on this problem intermittently over a period of 10 years, so until he was finally successful in 1831, right? So according to him, a moving magnetic field or a moving coil could also produce a galvanometer deflection. So by doing all these experiments, he customarily stated that EMF is nothing but equal to rate of change of magnetic flux, that is minus d phi by dt, right? So electromotive force is merely a voltage that arises from the conductors moving in a magnetic field or from changing magnetic fields, right? So electromotive force is nothing but a conductor force which is arises from the conductor, either in moving in a magnetic field or from changing magnetic fields. So here in this case, the minus sign, as you have seen in this equation, indicates that the EMF is in the such a direction as to produce the current whose flux, if added to the original flux, would reduce the magnitude of the EMF. So this statement that induced a voltage acts to produce an opposing flux known as a Lenz's law. So hence you can state a Faraday's law. Based on that Faraday's law, you can state a Lenz's law, right? So that is, it is opposing its own cause. Lenz's law is nothing but opposing the own cause, right? So next we apply this equation for if the closed path is that taken by n turn filamentary conductor, that is, you can tell that EMF is equal to minus n d phi by dt, right? Now also we can define the EMF, that is nothing but equal to integration over closed surface E dot dl. In electrostatics, the line integral leads to the potential difference. With the time varying fields, the result is an EMF or a voltage. So in in electrostatics, line integral is nothing but what? The potential difference. With time varying field, in time varying fields, the result is nothing but EMF or a voltage. So therefore you can see that equation EMF is equal to integration over closed surface E dot dl is nothing but minus d by dt of integration over the surface B dot ds. So we first consider a stationary path. So in this already you know the thing is, you can obtain the EMF either by moving the coil or by moving or by the changing the flux. So first we consider the stationary path, right? So that is nothing but the magnetic flux is only the time varying quantity on the right side. So only the flux is varying, the path is stationary, and the partial derivative may be taken under the integral sign. That is nothing but what? EMF is equal to integration over closed surface, that is E dot dl, is equal to minus integration of over the surface dou b by dou t dot ds. So you can have a partial derivative may be taken under the integral sign. So before we apply this simple result to an example, now let us obtain the point form of integral equation by applying the Stokes theorem to the closed line integral we have. So you already know, according to Stokes theorems, you can apply the to the closed line integral. So we can obtain from the above equation that integration over surface is equal to del cross E, that is curl of E dot ds, that is nothing but equal to minus integration over surface dou b by dou t dot ds. So this is what we have got the equation by applying the Stokes theorem to the closed integral, right? Now next we see that where the surface integral may be taken over the identical surfaces. The surfaces are perfectly general and may be chosen as differentials. So here what is happening is, you can tell that the surface integrals may be considered as identical surfaces. So the surfaces are perfectly general and may be chosen as differential. So in the previous above integral equations, if you choose as a differential, then we get the equation of del cross E dot ds is nothing but equal to minus dou b by dou t dot ds. So therefore from this equation we can obtain that del cross E is equal to minus dou b by dou t. So this is one of the Maxwell's four equations as written in a differential or a point form. So that is what del cross E is equal to minus dou b by dou t. This is the first Maxwell equation written in the differential or point form. Right, now the equation is the integral form of this equation, and it is equal to Faraday's law as applied to the fixed path. So equation is also the integral form of this equation, and it is nothing but equal to Faraday's law as applied to the fixed path. So if b is not a function of time, evidently the whatever you have obtained, one is for integral form and one is for a point form, both are considered as a electrostatic equations. That is, one is previously you have seen in the integral form, that is E dot dl is equal to 0, that is electrostatics, and del cross E is equal to 0, that is also for electrostatics. So one is the point form equation of Maxwell equation, and one is the integral form of equation of the Maxwell's equation. Now this is what you have seen the equations of Maxwell's. If flux is moving and path is stationary. Now let us consider this example using the concept of motional EMF. That is what the flux is stationary and path is moving. That is what the thing is. Now we consider the force. The force on the charge q moving at a velocity v in the magnetic field B is nothing but what? Force is equal to QE cross B. Right. So therefore the force divided, you can take force by Q, charge is equal to V cross B. Right. So here as we have considered the force per unit charge as given by above equation is called motional electric field intensity, EM. That is what you can tell, EM is equal to V cross B. So that is nothing but motional electric field intensity. The motional EMF produced by the moving conductor is then written as, so EMF is equal to integration over closed surface EM dot dl, that is nothing but integration over closed surface V cross B dot dl. Now evaluating the right side we obtain, so after if you evaluate the right side we obtain integration over closed surface V cross B dot dl, that is nothing but equal to what? Integration over d to 0, that is the limits closed surface is the from d to 0 v b dx, right? So v b dx, that is nothing but equal to minus b v d after integration we get. Now evaluate the resultant EMF by, that is what, EMF is equal to integration over closed surface E dot dl, that is nothing but equal to integration over closed surface EM dot dl, or that is nothing but equal to integration over closed surface, that is V cross B dot dl. So there is nothing but transformer EMF and motional EMF are total EMFs. that is nothing but EMF is equal to integration over closed surface, that is E dot dl, is nothing but equal to integration minus integration of surface dou v by dou t dot ds plus integration over closed surface v cross b dot dl. So one is total EMF is nothing but one is due to transformer EMF and another one is due to the motional EMF. So this is what regarding obtaining the equations of EMF by using the Faraday's law. One is for motional EMF and one is for the transformer EMF, that is static EMF, right? So thank you.